Yes, sir, guys. Without further ado, this is Eru and State, man. Diehard State of Mind. Finally in the building, man. We how many podcasts did we postpone and stuff due to all kind of craziness, man? I a few days, right?
Yeah, it was probably like a week or so. It don't matter though. I mean, a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
fired in the past week anyway. So yeah.
yeah. Well, I gotta put it out there. My kids, man, my kids are driving me crazy, man. We had a pod schedule, and then as I'm setting it up, all I hear is, oh my god! I jump up, I go into the next room, and my kid is looking like the freaking predator. Like this. I'm like, oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here. So he caught like a wild allergic reaction to like some sesame seed oil that was in like these kale chips or whatever.
hmm
Yeah, so that was crazy, man. So I apologize for that the other day, man.
Yeah, yo, it's alright, man. That Benadryl ain't enough, man. I done went crazy and went to the hospital with my damn selves.
Well, you're already in the hospital, so yeah.
So,
How's the baby making life going for you?
um,
The Nick fan,
the
making Nick
future Nick
fans.
fan,
Mhm.
possibly. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. But I know for sure by like August.
Oh, you talking about the real life thing? You talking about
Yeah.
real estate?
I thought you was talking. Oh
No, I'm
man,
talking about the scrubs and shit. You in the operating room and stuff. You know.
you
So
look. You see a little water right here. I was freaking rushing.
I see you. I see you. Yeah.
Well, nah, man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, man. I was getting killed on Twitter earlier too.
Oh man.
Killed on Twitter earlier because dawg, like I like to say stuff that nobody else like talking about. I like to stuff, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, people it was brought up today. I guess this the first segment, and then we could talk about the point guard, our newest addition at point guard.
Yep.
NBA Central puts out this tweet, and it goes, do you max Julius Randle this off season? So me, I'm on some no. I would not max him because I need to see production for 2 straight seasons. And then I wouldn't mind maxing him. And then we have his bird rights for the third season. So I'm looking at his phone. So if we sign him this off season, right? The max he get is 106 million. So his contract starts at 23 million.8. But if he wait a season, mind you, think about New York taxes. If he wait a season, his max will be, oh my Lord Jesus Christ. His max would be up to 36.5 million. So but the thing is, we got his bird rights. You know what I'm saying? So we could go over the cap and re-sign him the following season. I just don't want to sign him off this season, off one season of work, 1 season of production. That's just me and my take on
Yeah. Well, I think like if we sign him early, I think it's a little bit cheaper, right? If we sign him before this contract is up, is it a little bit cheaper?
Yes, yes. So basically, he's about to be an All NBA player. We both know that.
Mhm.
He should be All NBA second team. Like I keep saying this to people. So if you re-sign him this offseason, it would be cheaper for us. But I'm thinking about New York taxes. I'm thinking about him having his son. I'm thinking about his wife being at the game at the game all the time. You mean to tell me y'all want this man for y'all sake to not wait an extra off season for 15 plus million more and then re-sign him this off season? That's selfish. That's selfish on our behalf. And I disagree with people who say let's re-sign him this off season.
Yeah, it's all negotiations, man. Because that's what they're really talking. They said that. I mean, truthfully, I feel like they don't really know what's going on. There's just nothing else to talk about. Because I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
we're in the middle of a playoff race, and they keep bringing up all these different things about contracts and then about off season and about stuff that we're gonna do in the future. And those other stuff. We didn't even finish the season yet. We don't know when all that stuff is gonna come into play. So I think they're just trying to make us crazy, man, with all this stuff.
I think
But go ahead.
no, I was just about to say it's the Steve Mills syndrome, but go ahead.
I get it. I get it, man. But yeah, man. I mean, like 25 million. That would be nice to save money with it, but that would be up to him. because he's still young, 26 years old. So if he's gonna make his bread, he needs to make it now rather than wait till his next contract. The money contract is this contract. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. Because I mean, they got to have a conversation at least. The best thing for him is for just to finish out this contract, and for the Knicks finish out the contract and do like you said. Just we'll have his bird rights, and then we'll sign whoever we need to sign, and then go over the cap to keep him. So we can do all of that.
That's my thing, man. I want us to improve the team, but in order for us to improve the team, we got to keep Randle at that salary he's making now. If we send him now, it cuts into the way that we could, help get a winning roster around Randle and RJ Barrett. And then it's guys like Derrick Rose. Dude is averaging 19.5 points and 5 assists off the bench his last 8 games. And another future conundrum that we're going to have to talk about is the starting point guard role. Do you get a veteran point guard? Do you start Emmanuel quickly, which I think is one of the options that management is looking at? That's another scenario that I don't know what's going on in that spot.
Then we got to pay a lot of guys too. You mentioned Rose. We got to pay Rose because he's on a one. Is he on a 1-year deal? He's done after this year, right? Or he has another year?
Nah, he's a free agent this offseason.
Okay, so you got Rose. You want to talk about Bullock. You want to talk about basically the whole damn roster. We got to figure out Nerlens Noel. All these guys are going to deserve a little bit of bump, not a huge bump, but a little bump in salary. Then you want to talk about Mitchell Robinson. The following year, then Frank too. Do you want to keep Frank? There's all this money that there's question marks that'll be thrown around here. You know what I mean? So before we got $60 million in cap. So before the dust is clear, we might burn the whole cap just trying to re-sign our own guys. So we got to be very careful and strategic in the way that we get this roster together.
And it's beautiful that we got a lot of things going on with this roster right now. The Knicks were 13-3 over the past month, top 3 record in the NBA. And speaking of point guards, we just recently signed Luka Vildoza.
Yeah, I was trying to get his name the other day. It's a tongue twister, man. All these European names and stuff.
And he's agreed in principle to a 4-year deal, non-guaranteed the next 3 years, which is a smart deal, and it's for $13.6 million. Beautiful. Another point guard. Yup. Pablo Prigione's son, his long-lost son. Yeah. And what makes this deal so beautiful is the Knicks get to evaluate him, the Olympics. We get to evaluate him during training camp and summer league. I think he's going to make the roster. I loved Pablo when he was here, bro. Like, because how can I explain this? He's one of those Frank Ntilikina guards. Like, I like those type of guards. They smart, even though he wasn't like Frank. Like Pablo would shoot that 3. Like let's not get it wrong. Pablo would shoot that 3. But smart. He want to move the ball. He don't really do too much. He plays his game. And this guy look like he got a lot of game to him. So I'm excited about him too.
He's only 25 too. The problem with Pablo, he came to the NBA when he was like 57. You know what I'm saying? He was already done. His hairline was looking like mine and shit. He was already an old man already. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, he could pass, he could dribble still. He had a couple crazy alley-oops to RJ and Sharpe during doing that little run and stuff, man. So he definitely has a lot of guys. I was talking about him, and I actually made a podcast the other day. I was comparing him actually to Austin Rivers, man. I was looking at the highlights. He plays exactly like Austin Rivers, except without that weird shit that Austin Rivers has that he just doesn't show up. You know what I'm saying? He got Austin Rivers got the full package. He got the full package, dribbling, layups, 3-pointers, but he'll come into games and just kind of float around and shit, But Luka is does the same kind of things, but I don't think he's gonna be that kind of floating around guy. Shout out to Composer, the guy we played in Denver, the Denver point guard.
Yeah, I was just about to bring him up.
Go ahead.
No, I was just about to bring up he was the MVP of the Spanish League. And now we got another MVP of the Spanish League. I think it was the Spanish League Finals MVP, not the actual league MVP. But Denver got one of those guys, and now we got one of them. Actually, he earned MVP honors after leading Barcelona to the 2020 Spanish ABC Championship. the team's first title since 2010. And in the 2019 FIBA World Basketball Cup, Valdoza helped the Argentina men basketball team reach the finals and earn the silver medal. So that's a lot. That's a lot. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, we definitely need it, man. He's 25 years old too, so that kind of kills two birds with one stone. Like, well, here goes the picture here actually. I'll put it up in a second of him getting the MVP and the championship. Here it goes here. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I can. Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of dope.
Happy as hell.
Yeah, man. He's a young boy, 25 years old. So here's a question for you: do we still try to get ball? Try to spend money and get Lonzo Ball and all that? Because I mean, it's only a short amount of time though. We really got to see this guy play before we start making these kind of decisions.
So it's a lot of things that you can unwrap from this 4-year deal. The way I'm looking at it, right? Because it's not really expensive, but it gives the Knicks. How can I put this? We're in the driver's seat in negotiating deals with our current Knicks players. What I mean by that is, look at guys like Nerlens Noel. He's going to get a pay raise, right? But that pay raise ain't going to be on the New York Knicks. That's for sure. But now we control the market for Mitchell Robinson because of Nerlens' rise. A guy like Alec Burks, for sure, that guy will get on the open market $12 million. I believe he'll get $12 million from a contender or a team that needs a guy like that. I think he'll get $12 million. On the Knicks, I don't think Leon Rose will pay him $12 million. So I love the way they got his contract. And then for a guy like Frank Ntilikina. So I used to say to you, resign Frank for 4 years, $40 million. That sounds stupid as hell.
I wasn't sure where you were gonna go with it, man, but I was ready to shoot down anything you said, but you said what I was gonna say.
It sounds stupid as hell because when you like the more we talk, right? The more we talk, the more I'm thinking about what the Knicks is doing. And it's like I just got a guy, Barcelona MVP for $3 million. No way in fucking hell I'm giving Frank $8 million.
Yeah.
$10 million. So Frank, you can get this nice little $3 million. I mean, nice little 3-year, $15 million deal, or you can walk. And that's that. Mitch, take your little 2-3 year, $30 million. You don't want that? You can walk.
Yeah, see him. Give him a Metro card, or give him a promo code for some Uber or something, man. Get him the F up out of here. Here's the thing, like we still need that starting point guard, man. So we talking about veterans and stuff like that. Like I hate throwing these names out there, but you got Lowry out there. You got the dude that's in Utah. What's his name?
Mike Conley.
Yeah, Mike Conley. Yeah, that was Lowry's teammate actually at one point when it was in Memphis. But I mean, we can get Lowry to be the starter, and then you still can keep Rose. You re-sign Rose, and then if you need a third string point guard, then we got Vildoza. So the point guard is kind of pretty much locked down for the most part. If you want to talk about that,
can I shake up this point guard situation for you?
Oh gosh,
I like you, man. Quickly in our spot, brother.
Yeah, that's a play that I forget about. I keep forgetting about him.
And quickly makes it easier for me to say the Knicks don't have to really target a point guard in the draft. So quickly, total plus minus a couple of days ago. This is from Tommy Bear. He's a plus 172. LaMelo's a minus 38, which is ridiculous. Quickly already has 100 plus 3-pointers. He has 113 3-pointers and counting. He probably has more, by the way, because this was stats I've seen the other day. And he has 698 points. He probably has more by now. But what I'm getting at is he's only going to get better.
Yeah.
And him on the court allows Randall to be the best version of Randall. I'm watching the game last night, bro, and Denver is playing the Knicks how you're supposed to play the Knicks. To hell with Alfred Payton. We're going to load up on Randall and RJ, and whatever Alfred do, he can do it. And I've seen enough. I think Quickly got a shot. I really do. I think we're just grooming him for that spot. Because point guards is not really pass first no more. They score first. Got to get used to it.
Well, look at Randall. Randall like leads the league in like passing the guys in the corner for threes, right? Isn't that some kind of weird stat like that? Then he almost averages 7 assists by himself at the power forward spot. You know what I'm saying? So this is how we play. So we got a couple guys in here, Josh Rivera or whatever. They made a fourth is laughing at us when we're talking about Quickly being the point guard. But like you just said, like the today's NBA players at the guard spot, they're not this pass first point guard anymore. There's no more Mark Jacksons out there. There's no more Stocktons out there. You know, everybody's coming out there to score. So if Quickly makes the next, because this is what we hope. We hope the guys play good this year. We hope he doesn't have the sophomore slump. We hoping that he comes in a little bit better. You know, he has a couple things he got to clean up about his game. He can't always be the floater and can't always be a step back three. So you got to figure that out, get stronger, things of that nature. So anyway, if he does make it to that next step, then he can easily stay right there in that lead guard spot. Yeah, because he's not going to be the guy relying on passing the ball. Shout out to to the Joker last night. He's their point guard basically, and their starting point guard is Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray is not a pass first point guard. You know, he's a shooter all the way. So, to look at it in that perspective, that's definitely, a way that we can go. It'll save us a lot of trouble too.
How are we going to box Emmanuel Quickly into this so-called Lou Williams role? The dude, he has the highest offensive rating for all the rookies. He's the highest offensive rating, the highest defensive rating out of all the rookies who's played this season, and he has the highest net rating of all the rookies this season. How about we give Quickly a shot? Like, I really think, and let me put it in context. Whoever said that to you in the chat, bro, Emmanuel Quickly playmaking is really garbage. And let me make that really clear for anybody who's listening. His playmaking is trash, but that doesn't mean you can't get better at your skill. You can get better. Like, this is not a Kevin Knox, not a Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina situation for every guy we draft. So we gotta chill on that. Quickly is not a starting point guard.
And then at the same time too, freaking Lou Williams is 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's like a whole generation away from Emmanuel Quickly right now, man. So he has plenty of time to grow. This is not same thing like you just said. This is not Kevin Knox where there's something wrong, with the guy's mind or whatever. Him and Frank, something's wrong there. They all have the talent and the skill, but for some reason things are not connecting. Emmanuel Quickly is decisive. Bam, he makes moves quick and this, that, and the other. So he's just a different breed of player.
Man, Quickly's gonna be a really good player. I'm really interested in seeing what the Knicks do with Quickly in the offseason, because RJ Barrett is like, I don't know what he did this offseason. I don't know if he went to Bruce Banner, got him some gamma blood. I don't know if he was with Spider-Man. He got bit by a spider. I don't know. But the kid is nasty. And he went from 14 points per game to 18 points per game right now. 43% from 2-point range to 47% right now. And I'm just rounding this off. He went to 32% from the field from three to 40% from three. His three-point attempts is up to 4 a game. His free throw percentage is up from 61% to 75%. His rebounding is up from 5 to 6. His assists per game is up, and his turnovers is down. And his age has only went up by 1 year.
He's different, man.
What you call growth. He's different.
Yeah, he's a different dude, man. But he's always been the top of his class throughout all his career. And the thing about RJ Barrett is that like every time there was a player that was talked about to be better than him, he always kind of singled that shit out and kind of always made himself better. Always tried to be one step ahead of everybody else. In his little draft class or whatever, man. So I'm hoping that this stays true throughout his whole career, where he sees everybody talking. Because I mean, obviously, from the beginning of this year, you just threw all the stats out there. The freaking guy went from ashy to classy, all in one year, man. So totally different player. April was crazy, man. He brought that 3-point attempt all the way up to like what was it, like 6 or something like that?
Bruh, he was shooting like 6 a game, like 50% from three. Like I don't know what he do, but that kid is going to be really good. He's going to be really good.
It's that Kobe mentality. Julius Randle brought that over because all these guys are in the gym. Remember we was talking about it. They had to close the gym, kick them guys out. Say, listen, man, go on home or do something else. You know what I'm saying? You guys are always here. You know, take a break. You know.
and it's nice to see, Thibodeau. No, I love listening to Thibodeau talk, man. Because he's so regular, he's so normal. He don't give you no outside of the world answers like Fizdale. When Fizdale used to do this, and he used to say stuff like, "Well, I think Kevin Knox can play shooting guard." He's very simple with it. But I think he's learned his lesson in Minnesota. So I'm so glad that he went to Minnesota before he came here because he's adapted. And what I mean by adapting is, have you watched the Knicks 3-point shooting?
We got snipers all over the court, man. When we got it rolling, if Julius Randle shows up to play and we got everything rolling, we got snipers like Rose is the one that surprises me the most because he couldn't shoot threes for his whole career. Now all of a sudden the guy comes down, pulls up, bang. You know what I'm saying? He's just like whole different kind of player right now.
Derrick Rose really worked on his craft, and I could really respect that guy. And I hope he retires as a Knick. To be honest with you, he should not ever wear another jersey ever again. And it's crazy that we talking about the Knicks 3-point shooting when last year we was just disgusting from the 3-point line. After 65 games, it's probably more games that's already been played. But after 65, the Knicks was shooting 39.1% from three-point range this season. Third best in the NBA and just above the Utah Jazz. And the Knicks is also taking 28.5% of all 3-point attempts from the corners, which is best in the NBA. So salute to my guy Sweeney Pooh for those type of stats. And from last year to this year, last year, and this goes to you when you said Julius Randle was making guys better. Reggie Bullock was making 17% of his threes off of Julius Randle passes. You know what he's hitting this year? 39% off Julius Randle passes. So it's like, whoa.
Yeah, man. That's our point guard right there. That's how we run our offense. So that, if we can keep this thing going, man, we'll be good, man. There's a couple other names that you mentioned, that you wanted to talk about too, man. Colin Sexton is right on top of my page. What do you think about Colin Sexton? What do you want to say about that?
So about him? I'm glad you brought this up because we need a guard. I don't know how we can go get that guard, but we need a guy. We need a dog in the backcourt.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at players this season who's improved, but I don't really see their future on their current team right now, I see Colin Sexton, a guy who came to my mind today that I never mentioned to you, but I'm gonna mention it to you now. Markelle Fultz, Mo Bamba, these Cam Reddish, those off the top of my head, those 4 guys right there should be prime targets for the Knicks this summer. Specifically Colin Sexton. And I know people like, oh, State, man, you crazy, man. You want Colin Sexton, he a ball hog, da. Excuse me. Ain't Julius Randle our point guard? This is like you just said Julius Randle's our point guard.
Yeah.
so
he leads us in assists, so what else could he be,
So the only other issue somebody should have with Colin Sexton is him taking the ball out of RJ Barrett's hands. Excuse me, he's coming into their locker room. So he's gonna have to put in his work in order for him to feel that way. And the dude averages 24 a game, and he's 21, and he's only going to get better.
And his percentages are already good as it is, And here's one thing: they keep talking about his height too. Freaking what's that dude in Utah? He's they're the same height. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell the same height. They only 6'1".
Donovan Mitchell, he looks 6'3". I don't believe he's 6'1". He looks 6'3". Sexton looks 6'3". Like both of them look 6'3". But Sexton is a dog. And then I seen an article the other day. That's the real reason why I brought it up. Because you see articles about, teammates is mad at Sexton because he don't pass the ball enough. Ironically, you had guys like Kevin Love, who's been showing their ass to you the past 2 years, but you keep bringing up articles about Colin Sexton. Cool. So that's the reason why I brought up Colin Sexton, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
In the trade package, huh?
Yeah. Okay, what are you gonna say with the trade package?
The trade package, you got to start off with probably Kevin Knox. First of all, Diehard, that 2022 first round pick that we got on the table. On the table. It should be on the table right now. It should be on the table. Who the hell thinking about the lottery next season? I'm damn sure not. It should be on the table. And I would offer that pick. I would put that pick up for Colin Sexton. Honestly, I would.
Yeah. And we don't have to be assholes and have to take back all this salary and stuff. Kevin, you mentioned Kevin Love. Kevin Love, they're definitely going to try to put, pimp him on us, whatever. We don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to take those hardships on just to pick up players, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they don't want Colin Sexton, they want to start over. They already got a couple dynamic guards over there. They missed the boat on the other dude too, Kevin Porter Jr. So we're not the ones that they need help roster building. They do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they want to give us a draft pick back for the guy that we stole from them from Cleveland. Their capologist or whatever the fuck. Maybe they want to. Yeah, they want to give us a draft pick for him or something, man, because they're in trouble over there.
Yo, Brock Aller is a monster. He is a beast. He is earning his money. And Joshua Rivera, shout out to my guy Josh. Why would the Cavs give up Sexton? So the theory behind this is, I like when people ask questions like that because you gotta always put some type of context. If you draft Garland, right? And you know that Colin Sexton is best served on ball. He's best served on ball, but he could play off ball. But you want to put the ball in Garland's hands. Both of them is small guards. Why would you have two small guards in the backcourt? It's redundant. You will never win like that. Ever win like that. So off that alone, that's the reason why I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers would give up Sexton. And think about it. Would they want to pay him 18, 19 million? I think I would pay Sexton 18, 19 million after 21 years old, 24 points per game. Man, I don't know, man.
And he's not afraid to. You were talking about the media. They keep talking about Colin Sexton, but they got a whole bunch of stuff going on over there that needs to be rectified and stuff, man. So they keep showing him all that. They keep throwing him to the Wolves, actually. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna keep doing that, then get rid of the dude, man. Don't freaking emasculate him and ruin a young boy's career or try to kill his confidence. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, man. Stop playing games with these young guys and just let them go, man. Let them be free.
Yeah. Honestly, that's how I feel about Kevin Knox too. Like, let him be free. Let him go to another organization. Let him spread his wings. And speaking of Kevin Knox, I love the kid. But let me bring up these two guys that I already mentioned to you, Mo Bamba and Markelle Fultz. I feel like the Orlando Magic, Diehard, that is the perfect trade partner for the Knicks. Mm-hmm. If you can't get a guy like Colin Sexton, Orlando Magic is the perfect trade partner. You got Mo Bamba, and Mo Bamba, finally he's waking up. Finally.
He's been playing good, man. So that price of Mo Bamba is going to go up, man.
Yes, and they still got Markelle Fultz on the men. And they just drafted. You just drafted Cole Anthony. He looks good since he's come back from injury, and you just traded for R.J. Hampton. But the thing is, the draft. If they get a guy like Cade Cunningham, who runs point guard, I don't think you would want to bring back Markelle Fultz in that situation. I don't know. And then you just traded for Wendell Carter Jr. So I don't know. I don't know. What's your take on that, dog?
What the fuck is Orlando doing over there, man? That's what I want to know. Because I mean, they just traded Vucevic, whatever. They traded Aaron Gordon. What are they doing over there? They got all these different point guards. They got Wendell, like you said, they got Wendell Carter. They also got we were talking about Mo Bamba. All these different guys. RJ Hampton. Where are they playing these guys? Chuma Okike, whatever his name is, he's playing pretty good. They got Ken Burke is another guy that's been playing pretty good over there. I could just go down the line. They got so many different players, but they got so many guys that do the same damn thing. Like what they have no rhyme or reason of how they building their roster. So they have no leverage at all as far as like making any kind of trades, man. So like what's their plan? I'm trying to figure out what their plan is.
I don't know, but their roster is just so redundant. And then you got a guy like Mo Bamba. It's like swap Mo Bamba for Kevin Knox. Why not? Mo Bamba right from 115th and Lenox. He's right from the middle of Harlem for Foster Project. Kevin Knox is from somewhere in East Orlando. Send that man home so he can be with his parents. So every game he will play like he's a goddamn NBA player instead of playing like he's scared sometimes in New York. I would definitely swap Mo Bamba for Kevin Knox in a heartbeat. Would
you throw a draft pick on that too, man? Because he definitely had to do that.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If you giving me Markelle Fultz and Mo Bamba, we could talk. We could talk. I give him a pick. I give him a Dallas pick, and I give him a pick swap. And for sure I would do that. I'll give him a pick, and I give him a pick swap.
God damn.
Yeah. Wheeling and dealing. Because my mindset on Diehard for this offseason is young point guard who's ready to go right now, and I need a young wing who's ready to go right now. And sorry for the Mitchell Robinson lovers, I want to upgrade that center or a center who could at least shoot a goddamn jump shot, at least. And I don't
spin move, hook shot, something. But you didn't be able to put the ball on the floor and just finish. Like we mentioned Wendell Carter Jr. Somebody like that. It don't even have to be somebody so crazy. Somebody that can at least get the ball if need be, instead of turning around looking for somebody to pass to. Put the ball on the ground, spin move, hook shot. Give me something, man. We need something out there. Every once in a while Noah could hit a jump shot, and every once in a while Mitch could get like a putback some kind of way, through his athleticism. But we can't really eat off of that, man. We need somebody that can create something.
I ain't really impressed with that anymore. Because I'm looking at our offense. If Mitch if he could shoot threes, it would make the offense so dynamic. If Obi Toppin was stronger and was able to kind of protect the rim with his athleticism, and he could play some type of small ball center and small ball lineups, this team would be so much more dynamic. It would be so dynamic. A guy like Al Horford, for example, would be so dynamic next to Randall. Just because he can space the floor.
What do you think about him? He got a crazy contract. I think he got a lot of years on that contract. He's on OKC, kind of just rotting away over there.
He getting that real money, brother. I think he got like 30 million, like 35 million. He got one of the worst contracts in the NBA. He got that Andrew Wiggins contract.
He signed to like he's 45 years old too, man. It's just crazy. I don't know what they was thinking.
2023.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know, man.
Until 2023. I would not take on Al Horford contract. Now that I think about it, I was just about to say, well, I'll take on his contract if they give us some picks. But now I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it's too much, man. If we were like maybe like one or two players away, not really saying that. Like if we already had that extra score, then we could play games with, getting those type of players. You know what I'm saying? But we still got to find that not that second score, but just that extra score. You know what I'm saying? We need that extra score. That walk into the gym and gives 15 points, the same way like a RJ does. We just need that extra guy, and then that'll just loosen up things, man. Because like that Denver game, we just shit the bed. We can't really talk too much about what the way how the game played out. But a lot of these games that we play, we kind of just get stuck because we start going into one-on-one type of things, man. So like if we can continue to run our offense and just have one guy that can consistently just make a basket, when we need to, then that would just it would just end a lot of stress in our lives, man, for like winning games and stuff.
The Knicks need a third and area and a fourth and area playmakers.
Yeah.
We need that bad. So for example, let's say if Randall and RJ go to the bench, right? Who's the guy you run your offense through? So lately it's been Derrick Rose. But we know Derrick Rose is 32, going on 33. He ain't gonna last that long. So
right.
we're probably getting the twilight right now, Derrick Rose right now. We're gonna need one or two of those guys this offseason. Gonna need at least two if we're gonna be serious championship contenders next season. 2, 3, no, three. I would like another big besides Randall who could make at the top of the key. I don't have no names off the top of my head right now, but another big like that, and I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah, definitely three players, really to add it to that rotation to put us in that upper echelon kind of thing. So I mean, just to kind of segue, man. The haters, man. You mentioned that too in the thing. There's a lot of people hating on us for absolutely no reason. But like right now, we're in a space like we're talking about off season stuff. Off season stuff is all fine and dandy. But we are in a playoff thing. But why did they get so mad? I got something queued up. That everybody saw, man. This is Shannon Sharpe. You want me to play it real quick?
Oh, please play it. Please play it.
Just the energy. His energy was like, why is your energy like this, man? Let me do it again. Like his energy was so angry. Like, why are you so angry, fam? It don't make no sense. Like we just talking about basketball. Why do you have to take it to the street just to let you know that Knicks fans can't beat nobody, but let me just play it so somebody can hear. Crazy dude.
You do win a first round series if you get Atlanta, which is the 5 seed currently. Yes, you can beat them, but that's where the buck stops. You're not beating Milwaukee. You're not beating Philly. You're not beating the Brooklyn Nets. And you talk about, we don't celebrate anything. First of all, when you haven't eaten in a long time, you don't complain about the meal that you get. You're just happy that you got a meal. Just be happy you're in the playoffs. You over there talking about, we gonna win a ring.
Come on, come off, man. Come on.
Yeah, and then he's addressing Rappaport too. Like Rappaport is like the leader of the Knicks, man. I'm this close to calling Rappaport a fucking bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Rappaport, I've always been a fan of Michael Rappaport. I used to follow his podcast, but I mean, like, throughout the years now, he's become this caricature of a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? He has this thing. He's a freaking goofball, man. So yeah, turncoat. Just he's just a caricature. He lost himself somewhere, the last couple years, man. So it just irks me. That irks me.
He was a Knicks fan, and after he said what he said, I'm no longer a Knicks fan anymore. You're kicked out of the bandwagon. So
yeah,
come back. It's like, what we doing here? And then as far as Shannon Sharpe is concerned, Diehard, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I go through it at work. Like I'll be walking, and then somebody randomly will be like, "Hey, yo, what's up, bro? How about the Knicks?" And I give him that face, motherfucker. You ain't telling me that for the past 5 years.
Right.
I don't want your sympathy now. Like I don't want your congrats now. Like get the hell out of here. And people are mad because the LOL narrative, the LOL Nick narrative, it don't hit no more. You get what I'm saying? You can't really you can't laugh at Randall no more. And like he is a football dude, and he's correct. One of the kids, LeBron, he crazy. And it's dudes like Shannon Sharpe, like, oh, you're not gonna beat the Nets, you're not gonna beat the Bucks. You don't hear Nick Media, and when I say Nick Media, I'm talking about guys like me and you. I'm talking about my guy Danny, Coach Five. These y'all guys, like I'm talking about that's Nick Media. That's my ESPN. You don't hear none of us fucking talking about, oh, we can beat the Bucks and we could beat the Nets and we could do no.
Yeah.
Happy we here. We just partying right now.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So we in here taking a bite of this, taking a bite of that. Yo, you gonna eat that over there? You know what I'm saying? We out making cousins. Hey, yo, cousin, what's good? You know what I'm saying?
It's a number they used to put on your hand when you get kicked out of the club. What is it, 89?
Oh shit.
I forgot what that number is. But we got 86 out of the playoff party for the past 7 years. Like now we in the party, everybody don't want us to dance. So it's crazy. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy.
You hear making a reference and shit that you get invited to the dinner party and you don't get to dictate what you like. What do you talk? Why is it gotta take it? That's my main gripe about everybody that always disses us and stuff like that. Okay, listen. We love the Knicks. The Knicks are our team. We enjoy following the team. But why do you take it to a personal level where your octave is getting high and stuff like that? Now I gotta reach in my pocket just in case because I don't know where your energy is right now. I don't know if I need to knock you out or what's gonna happen. Why are you so crazy? Just simply based on some basketball stuff. It don't make no damn sense. And it annoys me too to see guys like that on TV and they just wilding. Even the other jackass on ESPN, the skinny dude that looks like that looks like freaking I'm not good with the names, man.
I know you ain't talking about RoboCop looking like Richard Jefferson. That stupid motherfucker.
Nah, the dude. Well, the skinny looking dude that looks like a nerd. I'm not even gonna say his name, man. But all these guys, all these guys are a bunch of clowns, man. You punch them in the chest, their freaking heart will stop, man. It don't make no damn sense. Anyway, see how my energy is getting crazy now for no reason because of the shit that they say, man. But here's another segue. Just to bring the energy back down. One of the most retarded motherfuckers in all of sports commentary, Kendrick Perkins came to our rescue. You know what I'm saying? So I'll play his thing too if you don't mind.
I love Perk. Oh, this guy.
Easy to root for. New York Knicks have absolutely zero chance to beat the Nets in the playoffs. In fact, Perk, if I could go into the negative numbers with percentages, I would do it.
It really disappoints me that you come on here and you really have the audacity to laugh at the New York Knicks. Now, I know you have a personal beef with James Dolan, and I get it, right? But you got to give credit when credit is due, okay? And when you look at the Knicks, all right, they don't have a lot of household names, and I get it. But they are playing some fantastic basketball. And not only should the Nets be threatened by the Knicks, but every team in the Eastern Conference should be threatened by the New York Knicks. And then you have Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau, one of the best defensive-minded coaches to ever coach the damn game of basketball, that has got these guys tied on the string, knows every single tendency that every player in the NBA has, knows how to guard people, knows how to send traps at this way, know how to help with coverages, et cetera, et cetera. He is a defensive genius when it comes to breaking down film and putting guys in position to be successful. So for you to come up here and disrespect the Knicks and say that they have a zero chance at beating the Nets and anybody else in the Eastern Conference, you're basically telling me that you're just going off for the high-profile names and not actually watching the game. And I get it. You might not watch the Knicks because of your beef with James Dolan, but this team is there. This team is really like that.
Yo, I almost cried, man, when I heard him say that, man. I never heard anybody on TV talk that well about the Knicks. Not in the history of me watching the Knicks. I've never heard anybody talk about the Knicks in that way. But I mean, it's to that point where guys got to put their whole career on the line, just to stick up for us because it's just basketball, fam. Like, okay, 20 years down the line, we could build all that up. We could talk about things that happened in the past, but what's going on right in front of us right now? The Knicks are playing really good right now. They're the best defense in the NBA, probably the best coach. We might have an MVP candidate, freaking Sixth Man of the Year candidate, most improved player in the league candidate, Coach of the Year candidate. You know what I'm saying? This is not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? This is all happening all at the same time, man. So
to say this team is a fluke is disrespectful to Tom Thibodeau's craft. Matter of fact, Tom Thibodeau is one of the winningest coaches in NBA history. Matter of fact, his coaching winning percentage is 59% in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. So the fact that people think that, it's just the names that could beat a team. We got the best coach in the Eastern Conference. Eric Spoelstra is probably the best coach in the Eastern Conference. Eric Spoelstra, Thibodeau, and everybody else is a fraud to me. But come on, man, that's disrespectful to Thibodeau's work, man. Thibodeau's craft, to say that the Knicks don't got a chance against anybody. If anything, teams, the part that Kendrick Perkins didn't even mention about playing the Knicks in the playoffs. What we playing with, Diehard? House money. We going to the dice game. We don't got bank. We don't got bank at this dice game. We could call every side bet. And then if we want to stop game, we could stop game. That's what I got. So whatever he's saying, whatever Max Colin is saying, they being disrespectful, man. I'm over it. I'm over the disrespect, man. It's time for these guys to get on TV and say I was wrong. That's what they need to. Like how I told you I was wrong about Randall, they need to get on TV and say I was wrong about this team. I was wrong about RJ Barrett. That's what they need to start saying.
Straight up and down, 1 through 15. We're they got the big three and all that stuff. They said we we got a top 15. They gotta apologize to all 15 of our guys, man. All the whole coaching staff, everybody, even Dolan himself.
I just came across something nice. What does that say? The Nets have lost 4 in a row, 9-11 without James Harden since the trade. And we talking about names. And people, I love the fact that Julius Randle said we didn't make no big moves during the trade deadline because we didn't want to mess up team chemistry. Team chemistry is really real. Like, it's really real. It goes beyond the names of the people on the roster.
Yeah. I'm looking at the guys in the chat. The guys are saying a lot of good things, man. Thank you for coming in on the chat, talking and stuff. But May in the fourth, he made a point here saying that Tibbs is okay. He's often outcoached. But then Joshua comes in and hits him with the, Tibbs isn't often outcoached. This team just have better players. There it goes. You know what I'm saying?
So boom, to piggyback off Josh, Thibodeau got Alfred Payton and Reggie Bullock as his starting point guard and small forward. We're at a disadvantage every night.
Yeah, and somehow we sit right there. Our favorite network, ESPN, got us ranked 8th the other day. Power rankings. We're the 8th best team in the whole NBA. But Alfred Payne is our starting point guard, and we got Reggie Bullock sitting there on the wing. You know what I'm saying? So if that is not coaching, I don't know what is.
And this is another reason why I'm loving this current playoff run that we about to go on is beautiful because there's a realistic path to the Eastern Conference Finals. And people just crap on the Knicks. First of all, I don't want to play the Nets, and I don't want to play Philadelphia. Those are 2 teams I don't want to play. Now, as far as Milwaukee's concerned, everything will have to go our way. 1. 2, Derrick Rose will have to put on an MVP caliber historic performance. But 3, Randall gonna have to outplay Giannis. That's where and I've seen Randall outplay Giannis. I think that was the first game of the season when we played the Bucks. He destroyed Giannis. Destroyed him. And then the game that the Bucks won, Giannis played, they destroyed us. Randall still put up his numbers. And then we played them again, and Giannis didn't play that game, and we punched them again. So I'm not scared of the Bucks. I'm not.
I think Tom Thibodeau got the cheat code for them anyway. You basically got to stop Giannis from beeline into the basket because that's their whole offense. And then the rest of their players, I'm not worried about none of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Because we were able to lock up their whole roster more than once this year. You know what I'm saying? So we already got the formula to defeat those guys. They got to figure out us. They're the ones that gotta take their game to the next level and match us physically. You know, to try to beat us in a 7-game series.
Facts. And I'll bet my life, I better check that game 1 of any playoff series that we play, Derrick Rose will be the starting point guard. I bet my life on it. There's no way Thibodeau, because we kind of know Tibbs' MO. Like, we can kind of get a feel of his MO. Thibodeau is the type, he's going to stick with his guys because he's not going to mess up the locker room. I think that's the reason why every time Alfred was healthy, he inserted him back in the starting lineup and inserted him at point guard. He didn't want to lose the locker room. That's just locker room ethics. If you put in a guy like Frank, who's not really the starter, you know, it kind of messes up locker room chemistry because now you're looking at him as you're playing favorites. That was a Fizdale problem. Vets had a problem with Fizdale playing Kevin Knox too much in his rookie year. Look where that landed Fizdale. So.
Yeah, I can see that, man. You know, like going down the stretch of this the end of this year, I could totally see, you know, that game plan being, you know, just grooming Rose, protecting them by having them coming off the bench and stuff like that to get ready for the play. I could totally see that. Then Alfred will be more suited for that guy that you just put in there to just be physical and just rough up the guy, you know, take away minutes, you know, but in a small portion.
Can't play him. He's unplayable in a playoff series. Unplayable.
Well, you know, I'm just talking about you bring his role down to a situational thing.
We all know what situational means.
It's a nice way to say that you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But it comes a time where you could put a guy in there just to fuck shit up, like Pell. I was kind of calling for Pell to come back in the game just to put a elbow, you know, into the Joker's neck. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe slam Compazzo to the floor. You know, you ain't trying to hurt guys, but you just don't want guys to be skipping down the court like everything is all good. You know, let them skip around the court and then let them get surprised by that clothesline. You know what I'm saying? And just to let them know that you're there to knock them off that pedestal, because guys, they get that battery packing, you know, the battery in their back, and now all of a sudden they think they're Superman. But you smack them and then knock that battery loose, and then they come back down to earth. So I mean, like somebody like Peyton, you know, he's been a soldier all year. So you put him in there just to, like, you know, fuck with Lowry for like a couple possessions. You know what I'm saying? Or put him in there to mess with, you know, whoever you could think of. You know, just to throw them off a little bit, and then you put your guys back in. You know, we got to start thinking like that going forward. Like Trae Young, my man just brought up Trae Young here. You know,
Trae Young.
Yeah, you can put Alfred in there. Yeah,
I would strap Frank Ntilikina to Trae Young all playoff series. Young would not score no points that playoff series. Sorry, champ.
Yeah,
strap Frank to him all game long. That's what I would do personally for me.
Yeah, but you know, what's the name? May the 4th was saying that too. The Hawks and the Heat, they neutralize us. You know, the Hawks, they just have a lot of offense. You know what I'm saying? They don't really.
We beat the Hawks every game this season.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about them either, but you know, they could be problematic. You know, they're going to be that team that's going to drive us to 7 games, and you know, every single game is going to be like, oh my god, these fucking guys again. You know what I'm saying? They're not really good, but you know, they just do things that just like. They got like kind of like the cheat code against us, you know what I'm saying? You know, like they playing with like a glitch in their system, you know. They got like a bug in their PlayStation.
I say that we can't stop them, but they can't beat us.
Word up. Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with the Miami Heat. Shout outs to May 4th. Shout outs to you, May 4th. I don't want nothing to do with Miami Heat. I don't want nothing. I don't want anything to do with Miami Heat. I'll tell you this though, what I want to happen. Then I want to talk about this last thing, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Start calling me and whatnot.
Yeah.
I want Washington to play Miami in a play. I'm dying for that to happen because I know Washington is going to beat them. They're going to beat them. I got a good feeling about that.
Because it's a backcourt versus their backcourt. You know what I'm saying? And then Washington, if they can get healthy, they still got enough big guys to play physical inside, to compete or whatever. But Miami just don't have the backcourt to really match what Washington has, man. So that's very dangerous, because I mean they definitely. Well, I mean, if the playoffs was to end today, they probably would most likely be in the play-in, right? Those guys, Miami and Washington, something like that.
Yeah, it's a plan. I think the Hawks right now is getting punched by the Indiana Pacers. Hold on,
Okay.
I gotta go look at that.
Yeah, man, I mean, so if they get into a play-in, they definitely don't want to see the Wizards, because the Wizards, they got the cheat code for them. Like every team, it's just like boxing. I always make the comparison. Boxing is like they say styles win fights. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that your fight is it just gives the other guy a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's left-handed, you know what I'm saying, you're not good with softballs, because of the way that you rock. You know what I'm saying? The softball always catches you. So it just what it is. The styles. Makes fights and that type of.
Hey, yo, you know what's so crazy? I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, and I wish you had the graphic to put this up. This has the makings to be one of the best playoff experiences I've ever seen in my life, and I've been watching basketball for 20 years. But what I'm looking at right now, there is no clear-cut favorite in the Eastern Conference, and anybody can be beaten. Think about the Hornets. LaMelo Ball just came back. He's amazing, by the way.
That pass he made that first game when he came back, that was crazy, man. That was on some Jason Kidd shit. They was talking about his brothers like Jason Kidd. This dude, he's special, man.
Yo, I might get killed for this team, but I don't care because I'm State and I just be saying whatever. LaMelo.
I'm sorry.
Untradeable.
You should put that on a t-shirt, man.
LaMelo is the best thing I've ever seen since sliced bread, yo. He is dominant at point guard. Like, I'm mad the Knicks did not trade up for this kid. I'm taking him over Luka. He's a top 3 point guard in the NBA to me. Like, I don't know.
He's good. If you're gonna start your team, that's definitely a guy you need on your team to start, man.
Right.
And just have finishers around him and just let him just do his thing.
And what's crazy, his father won't allow him to be bad on defense. So his father won't allow him to be bad on defense. See, my coworker had to come and tell me, like, yo, chill, man. But his father won't allow him to be bad on defense. So since his father won't allow him to be bad on defense, he's going to be one hell of a talent. And when we play them in future playoff series, that's going to be iconic. We might all-time series against the Hornets. I would definitely love to see that.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of good basketball coming our way, man. I can't wait. I'm here for it all, man. This playoff series, I'm gonna try to be out there. I'm gonna be that old drunk guy in the bar, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, you here again? Yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Well, I just wanna get back to that old thing. You know what I'm saying? The way things used to be. So you wanted to segue into that Carmelo Anthony stuff, right?
Oh yeah, Carmelo Anthony. Oh, it's
Did they cut State off? Cut off, man. So he might try to pop back on in a second. So what we were going to talk about was if he was to pop back in, like if he was to play on his current team. That's what we were going to talk about. Let's see what he got on his mind. Guess they.
I don't know what happened, but
yeah,
it was 2 things. First of all, congrats to Carmelo Anthony for being a top 10 NBA scorer of all time. I'm very proud that I watched Carmelo Anthony. He's one of the reasons why I'm a diehard Knicks fan to this day. Gotta love that guy. He was out the league for a year. People with dudes like Harrison Barnes is way better than him. It's crazy. So salute to Carmelo Anthony. But the point I threw out to you earlier was, if you take 2012 Carmelo Anthony and 2012 Raymond Felton, and you pop them in NBA champions, and you pop them onto our starting lineup, how far would this team would go? And it's crazy. A lot of people saying NBA champion. Well, that was a hypothetical I had. I just wanted to see how you felt about it. Because it came to my mind like, yo, what if we had Julius Randle, but this Julius Randle next to a guy like Carmelo Anthony and this RJ Barrett? Whoa.
We will be unstoppable, man, because that's exactly what we need. Just that scorer. We need that scorer that, like, when we can't get a bucket, that we could pass it to him and he's gonna get that bucket. So prime Melo back in 2012, like when we're saying Julius Randle is doing his passing, hitting the corner and all that stuff. When that ball swing back to Melo, that's a bucket right there. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. It's because you gotta double team Randall, and you gotta make sure you stick out for those you gotta run out for those 3-pointer guys. So then Melo's open. Prime Melo is open. He's open already, even if you triple teaming him. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got Raymond Felton in the corner, so I was like, ooh, that might be a little championship team.
Yeah, shout out to Raymond Felton, man. He actually played pretty good defense against Boston that time when we played. But he was fat Felton. He never could get himself into shape, but he always was a crafty dude. He always he was a great not great. Great is always used too much, but he was a really good ball handler, and he'll knock down an open three. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely better than Alfred. Goddamn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you want to know what's so crazy? Now that we talk about Raymond Felton, the name that just came to my head, who else I would love on this current Knicks roster? Ty Lawson. He just never worked hard. He just never worked hard enough. And he said himself, like, I was never really a hard worker. Like, I didn't have the work ethic.
Who's Ty Lawson? The one that used to play for Denver?
Yep.
He was an alcoholic too.
I didn't know that. So the interview I was watching, he was just talking about like his personal issues. He didn't bring up him having alcohol issues, but wow, now he had a crime like that.
There was one interview. I'm not sure if it was an interview or a podcast, but he was just talking about that, and he said that he was drunk during games, that he would knock back a couple beers or whatever during halftime, and then he'll be like freaking lit, during the game and stuff like that. Man, crazy. It's not that easy to be these guys, man, because you got to bring it for 70, now it's 72, but 82 games every year over the course of 10 15 years, that's a lot, man. That'll drive you crazy, especially with the money that they give you, and then they put expectations on you that you might not. But listen, man, I don't even want to play no more, man, but I feel like obligated to finish this contract. I totally get it, man. So I never really knock dudes on what how they choose to like get through certain things. It is what it is,
Bro, imagine you're a millionaire, and I can see why they be stressed out, bro. I can see why. Like, you're a millionaire, you got a family to feed, your family got their hand out, your man's got their hand out, you got an agent that you don't know if you could trust them, you got people in your immediate corner, they'll probably do something behind your back. So that life is stressful, and I see why a lot of them don't make it, and I see why a lot of players don't make it in New York. If you watched Knuckleheads,
shout out to them.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, I love that show, by the way. I love that show.
Yeah.
He was talking like, yo, when I was on the Knicks, dudes was scared to come out their hotel room. Whoa, it's that real? Then to bring up another example before you go, remember when Dennis Smith Jr. was here? May God bless him. They used to talk about how the cab driver was telling him to play better.
Yeah. Yeah, Knicks fans ain't no joke, especially during the peak, man. When everybody was really Knicks fans and shit like that. It was tough to walk the streets to do anything, man, because we would let you have it. It was a different era, man. People will fight you back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just a little different era.
Different era, man. And the Hawks lost, so that means 4 more wins by the Knicks secures a top 5 seed. God bless us for making these moves. Last thing, bro, and let me get you out of here. Porzingis didn't play tonight, and I still look at that Dallas Mavericks trade. It was at first, I hated the trade. Yo, we won that trade. We won that trade. Imagine if the Knicks was playing today and Porzingis was out. You know what type of party we'll be doing right now? A cupcake. All types of cupcakes. It's soft. Randall, God bless Randall, man. God bless Randall. That man has never hurt. Let me knock on some wood or something. For good luck, but
Yeah, I don't got any wood anyway, man. I wish I had something to knock on. Let me knock
on
this.
it for you, brother. But Randall, God bless him, man. But that trade really, really helped us a lot in a lot of ways. I'm reading reports he has issues with Luka. You got Mark Cuban. When your owner gotta go on 3 different shows to explain your star player and your so-called recently star player that you traded for, explain their relationship, something ain't right there. Something.
Yeah. There's also whispers too that the Knicks did a lot of covering up on stuff that the KP was doing behind the scenes too. So I mean, I remember Alan Hahn was saying something like that, but they said they're going to keep that because it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, bringing that stuff out because it's not going to help nobody. So to bring that stuff up, so they just keep it. They keep that stuff in house, the stuff that they were doing.
Ooh.
A lot of NBA players do stuff,
You want to know what's so crazy? I think I might kill for this tape, man. I be saying wild stuff, man. People just be like, "Yo, man, State, man, I dare you." But I'm gonna say it. Porzingis, he might be a Knick again. He just might, he just might. And if he comes back to the city, I'll welcome him back. But on one condition, though. You got to help us win a goddamn ring. Like Howard did for the Lakers, what he did for the Lakers, that's what you do for us. First of all, if you want to come back, but I know he's going to come back because I just got that feeling because Dallas fans hate him. They want him gone. Porzingis' brother ain't going big, strong arm Leon Rose. Stop. And then he's not even going to have no leverage by the time his first contract is up because his knees is messed up. So you don't have no leverage if you coming back here. Just like how Dwight Howard had no leverage when he went back to the Lakers and he was almost out the league. But to my point, I know we hate him now, right? But he might entertain coming back here in the future, a couple years down the line. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. And
on some Bill Walton shit.
Yeah, in his first press conference, I apologize. My first time being here, I come back to make amends with the people, with the New York Knicks fans. I love the city. I never wanted to leave here in the first place. We can't still be mad at him after that.
Yeah, man. Listen, just get on the block and block some shots and hit some threes, man. Cut the bullshit already. You know what I'm saying? But I could totally see because I mean, time goes fast in sports. You know what I'm saying? Because he was 19 when we first got him. Fast forward, he gonna be 30 real quick. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about his knees and stuff like that. That he'll be at the end of his career basically when he gets like that age. So I could see us getting him. For like a mid-level exception kind of thing. Just to have a guy, coming off the bench. Like a 3-and-D guy coming off the bench. I could totally see that.
Mm-hmm. And it's a bunch of guys. Porzingis. I know Carmelo Anthony's coming back. I just don't know what's next season, this off season coming up. He might be. Matter of fact, he might come back this off season.
I think so. I think so. If he can get that, if he can get somebody to help us now, then he easily has that spot because we definitely need a backup, somebody forward or something like that that could score, and who better than Carmelo Anthony,
So in that situation though, I believe that Kevin Knox. Well, as of right now, I believe Kevin Knox will not be on this team come next season. If he is on this team next season, he needs to play. Like we're not doing this Frank Ntilikina nonsense. Could you, May 4th, God bless you, brother. Would never play under Thibodeau, brother. I'm sorry. I like the thought process, but that ain't happening. Thibodeau is going to play who's going to play. He trusts who he trusts, and he trusts Emmanuel quickly. So, sorry.
You never know, man, because they signed him to that weird contract just so he can get that little extra money. So, But that's the thing too. We're greasing the palm. I think we talked about that. We're greasing the palms because these guys their agent, you help one guy and then the agent helps you get the next guy. You know what I'm saying? So we're playing that game with all these different players around the league and stuff. We in a good space and time right now as the Knicks, man. Right now we're back. We're officially back right now. But the next off season is going to paint the picture for the next 2 years, and then after that, then we're going to paint the picture for the next 5 years after that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is a good time to be a Knicks fan, man. It's good stuff here.
Sure, it's great stuff, man.
Yeah.
No more number 8 overall picks, man. That's my final say for the night, man. No more number 8 overall picks, man. If you ever pick again at that 8th slot, man, I'm instantly telling myself that dude was gonna average 5 points. Because I forgot who I was on. I forgot who I was on. Matter of fact, I was on Uncle Freezy's show. And I got on salute to Uncle Freezy. Yo, dog, first thing I said was, why the hell does Obi Toppin average 4 points? What are we doing here with Obi Toppin? Frank Ntilikina, 5 points. So it's like no more 8 number 8 overall draft pick, please.
Yeah, man. But if we're gonna win the next 3 years, and then like I said, we possibly set up the next 5 years after that. When you win like that, you don't get draft picks. You know what I'm saying? You're winning. You know what I'm saying? So I hope we don't get draft picks for the next 13 years, just like how we did with Ewing, man. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what's so crazy? It seemed like our later draft picks are better than our lottery picks.
Word up, yeah.
So I don't mind them later draft picks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't interest at all, man.
Yeah, trust our staff and stuff. We got a lot of great guys. A lot of smart guys out there on our team.
Unless Johnny O get poached and Kenny Payne get poached, and they get head coaching job somewhere else, then I don't know. Keep the guys what we got. But if those two get poached, trade them damn draft picks. Thibodeau ain't developing nothing. He ain't developing nothing. But man, let me get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, Stay. You kind of messing up everybody. Everybody keeps coming in on you, telling you to be quiet. You're disturbing the babies, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not right now. They good now. Everybody, y'all know where y'all can find me. I'm definitely gonna have this podcast in audio form tonight by 12 midnight. So look out for that. Diehard State of Mind, episode 2. And I'm out of here. My God, Diehard, man. I'm out of here, Brody.
Yeah, peace, man.
Peace. Is there Purell around here?
I'm looking back there.
That one is closed. Damn, no Purell around me. So, matter of fact, I lied. Purell.
Do it together. Gotta stay sanitized, y'all, man. You gotta kill that corona shit.
All right, I'ma holla at y'all, man. Appreciate it, dog.
All right, peace, my man.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, man. That's Diehard State of Mind. This shit sounds pretty good, right? So the next pod, we're trying to do it every Sunday, but Mother's Day is next Sunday, man. So shout out to all the mothers out there. We'll see what we can do, for Mother's Day, man. So keep tuning into the Diehard Knicks podcast. This channel, keep tuning into State. You can follow State on any of these platforms here, man. This is Eru out. And as I do on the show, put 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb, and salute. That's what you do when you see a diehard. Peace, guys. See you on the next one.